What's up, everybody? Whoop, whoop. Happy Saturday. Happy doubleheader Rampage collision night. Apologize for being a little bit late. Was working tonight. We still got an hour. I think we got 2 hours to go still. Because they started, 30 minutes late? So, yeah. 2 hours this weekend. What is up, lab? Let's see who we got in here tonight. Looks like we got Everblessed, Canada Spaceman, Lab Rat, Jerome Hall, Media M5. Hope you all are doing well tonight. Much love to you guys. Whoop, whoop. Right, exactly. How you doing, Everblessed? Giggity, giggity. And make sure you move your head around while you have it on. That's funny, Canada Spaceman. Dude, Tony Khan is the gift that keeps on giving. He is a treasure. Very nice. Oh yeah, Tony Storm's real nice to look at. No, it's going to be Collision first. Collision started at 7:30, or it started a half an hour late. So there's going to be Collision for 2 hours, then an hour of Rampage. Now an hour ago. By now at this point, I always thought it was Pakistani. Yeah, you didn't really miss much, man. There wasn't really a whole lot there to miss. Right. Who thought Tony Storm was losing this? Correct. Yeah, Serena's getting a title shot. So they're kind of trying to build to it. What the fuck was that? Yeah, it's like teen drama exactly. That's what the best friends are. Because freaking Tony Khan never got past high school. He's mentally and emotionally still in high school. You're good, bro. You guys are all good. We've seen these guys before on Impact. Duly noted. Who knows what's going on, man? I mean, there is it looks like there's an open door policy kind of going on a lot more. Did I? Damn. Yeah, I mean, who knows what's going what that situation is? They could be working for both companies. Who knows? Scissor me, daddy. Exactly. Get yourself out there more. And again, who knows what the deal is? Don't know what that means. I saw it too. The complete wrap. Yeah, I think that just might have been your however you're seeing it. Yep, because apparently a rumor is that he's scooping up the Motor City Machine Guns. Ugh, that's gross. Right? Yeah. They've definitely run their course there in TNA for sure. Yeah, I think we got us another. Yeah, it ends at 10:30. Sure does. Or 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern. Damn, man. Yeah, way too many people on the roster. Way too many people. I really think TNA has the opportunity to be an alternative, but they just want to, fit in with the rest of the, and try and fall in line and conform. Julia Hart? Always got to make room for wings, homie. Chicken wings. Nothing wrong with chicken wings. Oh, Martha. Yeah, I think Britt might be seeing that sinking ship and like, okay, I got to get off here. What did I tell you? Oh, that right there is some news. I like those guys too, media. Damn, did Nigel just talk about biting pillows on commentary? What the fuck? Damn. That is good to hear, man. That's good to hear that you're doing a lot better. Here's an interesting fact I learned from because I've studied the Kurt Cobain death, and through studying that, I learned that apparently, when heroin enters the bloodstream, it turns into morphine. They absolutely were done wrong in NXT. They should have gotten a lot more. Yeah, man, like the smoking gun piece of evidence is there was so much like heroin in his system that even for a severe addict like him, there is no way he could have been able to shoot up in both elbows, put everything away neatly in a cigar box, roll down both sleeves, button up both sleeves, get into position, set up the gun, and shoot himself. He would have been unconscious within seconds. Also, too, there is a can of root beer that was found at the scene of the crime that had diazepam found in it, which basically enhances the heroin. Yeah, there was like a real investigation, never really faced, because Courtney Love was friends with a lot of people on the police force, and she was also tight with the coroner. Ain't that a big surprise? Like, I think she actually used to party with the coroner. Of course, that guy's dead now. He died in doing base jumping. Okay, my phones want to be a complete pain in the ass.
Oh, I didn't serve, but if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served.
Oh yeah, Bleach, dude, that was a great album, man. In fact, I think that one, like they recorded it for like $1,000, but with how many it sold, yeah, that definitely turned a profit. That album for sure turned a profit.
Go back. But after that, go to party right now.
After seeing that footage, it looks like you've got some unfinished business with Shane Taylor Promotions. But first, I want to talk to you about this Wednesday on Dynamite. You'll be challenging Chris Jericho for the FTW Championship. Do you have any words for him?
Dude, my phone is fucked.
Wednesday, I will chop down the learning tree and take Jericho's FTW title. And do you have any plans for Shane Taylor Promotions?
Dude, Sam Goody. That was where I found the Pro Wrestling Ultimate Insiders DVD where Wade Keller interviewed Ed Ferrara and Vince Russo. That was the third Vince's side of the story, and that's when I started sinking in. I'm like, wait a minute, this guy's making a lot of sense. Oh, that sucks. I've been there, man. Like no matter what you do, it just won't charge, and it's like, and you got to replace the battery. It sucks. I feel you.
Who says Shibata doesn't have a sense of humor? Translate on the phone. Isn't that great? All right. Here we go with our world title bout. That's right. The AEW World Championship. Were you surprised that Swerve Strickland agreed to put the title on the line tonight? No, I'm certainly not. We all knew Swerve Strickland was going to be a fighting champion. You've got to be honest, though. I don't think he expected compared to the caliber of Claudio Castagnoli to come out and be the first person to challenge him for the AEW title. Castagnoli, the linchpin of Blackpool Combat Club, now leading by example after Destiny saw the end of Bryan Danielson's Odyssey. What? I'm sorry, repeat that last one again. The end of Bryan Danielson's Odyssey. I'm seeing him anytime soon. He's so full of it. We saw what happened to Bryan Danielson. We know that he's been hurt. We know he's going to take a few weeks, months, whatever it is, come back. But you think he's done? He's still coming back? Of course he is. Like Forrest Gump said, stupid is, as stupid does.
Tower Records. That's some old school right there. Whose house? I remember that motto. How do you not open up Dynamite with your new champion? What the fuck? Ha, nice, G-Ball. Exactly, and that's the champ people wanted to see as champ. Dude, Swerve has it. He's got it. Giggity, giggity. What is up, Javi Uchiha? Dude, no. Did not hear that. What the fuck? It should be a good one. Ciabatta bread, that stuff's delicious, man. Damn. Okay. I used to work at Jack in the Box and they had like the ciabatta burgers. Dude, that bread was awesome. Yeah, just bread. Bread is yummy. In fact, I'm going to have some in the form of this double beef burrito. Oh, dude. Yeah, those 50% off two topping pizzas are that's a hard deal to pass up. Trust me, I'm not skinny. I'm not skinny. You ain't seeing the rest of me. I liked those and they had the fiery ones.
to go saying he has to beat you. You don't have
Luckily for me, I don't have to type. I can talk. But you can definitely hear the vodka. Crowd don't give a fuck.
Right now with someone like Castagnoli, take a victory any way you can. Well, I agree with that, but
That's a decent question. I don't know if this is taped or live. Exactly, no one. What's up, Jordan Kirby? Whoop, whoop. It is on a Saturday because I believe it got preempted for an NBA playoff game. Then, now, together, forever. It's very possible it might be because they're doing because of the double header. They just said instead of taping it, it's just like, all right, well, let's do both live on Saturday night. Absolutely, very possible he did that. That'd be a good match for Swerve. And Swerve needs to go over. That's cool. I think that would be very good for Leo Rush. That would be very good for him. It gives him more time to work on character instead of murdering himself in the ring. What's up, Lizbeth? Whoop whoop. How you doing tonight? Giggity giggity. Roosh. It's been a decent match. I'm here. Whoop whoop. So the match he won, so the move he won the title with gets kicked out of on a random TV. Like, guys, come on. Come on, guys. I know you all know better. I know Claudio knows better. Dude, all the credit to Claudio. The fact that he could spin around that many times and then seamlessly transition into a sharpshooter right in the middle of the ring. That's a skill, man. That, as somebody who's been in the ring and has had trouble, like I had trouble with footwork. And then seeing him just effortlessly do that, man. Dude, that takes skill. That takes skill. This is a decent match. You know, aside from the kicking out of the double stomp, this has been a decent match. Here's my main problem with this match. This is a great match. This is supposed to be a pay-per-view title match where you think, oh shit, the challenger might actually win it tonight. Yeah, this has been a good match. It's just, it's too much. Like it's being built like you're gonna believe Claudio's gonna do it tonight. Yeah, I remember when they did that. That was awful. Exactly, Javi.
The champion is hurt. He's in trouble. Oh, wait a second. Desperation. No. The champion, without a doubt, is fighting from behind time and again. German release suplex, Nigel. Swerve. Here it comes. But Punk hit that time. Claudio just screams in the face of the champion.
Exactly. Like if you're in a club and you got Claudio by you, you ain't you're not you ain't afraid of shit. Wait a minute, hold up. A kick to the face just pinned somebody in AEW? What the fuck? And now it's time for the Rampage after the collision. You think the Rampage would come before the collision? Jimmy T in the house, whoop whoop, all the way from down under. Man, this match would have been way better if it was cut shorter. But it was not bad. I'm not going to say it was bad. It was a good match. Bearcats in the house. Not a whole lot, man. Got off work, got here, started her up. And man, you know what? I'll give Tony Khan credit. Like he knew he had like a 3-hour block of wrestling tonight, even though it's technically two different shows. And he used the first show to build up this match, opening up the second show. Like that's some Nitro stuff right, that they would do back in the day. That actually worked. So I'll give them credit for them building up to this like parking lot brawl, like throughout Collision to open up Rampage. Props to him, man. Your mom, give your balls a tug, you tit fucker. That's a reference to Shorzy for anybody who hasn't seen that. Or Letterkenny. All right, you already got blood. And it's not John Moxley. Heel section in the house. You know, I can believe them doing a parking lot brawl because they have to set it up, and I can easily see somebody going, "Hey, how funny would it be if we bring in a pickup truck with a sheet of drywall in the back in the bed of it?" That's a scenario to me. Oh yeah, you'll be feeling it. You'll be feeling it. I 100% agree. It should. It should be something that an attraction that people are willing to pay money to see. But again, if they're kind of playing by WCW's playbook. Remember when they on Nitro when they had a parking lot brawl between William Regal and Fit Finlay? Agreed. Tony is absolutely panicking and like trying to do everything he can. Whereas when Eric Bischoff did it, his mindset was, okay, what can I do? What can I do to draw as many people to watch my show as possible to beat Raw in the ratings? That was Eric's mindset back then. Tony's just freaking out trying to, yeah, exactly, Lab Rat. Whoop whoop. Make sure you guys check that out. Man, that had to be cool, G-Ball. Like an Irishman and a Brit who are actually cool with each other. But they play up, the whole Irish British thing on TV because it people believe that shit. Looks like everybody bleeding up in this bitch. Dude, that aluminum dustpan, here's where you could actually look like violent and sadistic with it. You press it against the dude's like head or other parts of his body, like you're trying to cut him open with it. Because aluminum is sharp as fuck when it's thin. All of them. Agreed. Like if anything, I can understand like a no DQ, no count out to like, okay, let's just get it out of our system and fight and then hug afterwards. But then one of them fucks over the other one afterward to continue the story. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, going right to a parking lot brawl, yeah, that's too much. At least when Regal and Finlay fought in the parking lot brawl, they had been feuding for a while. That was built to. That's awesome, G-Ball. No continuity. Ha ha ha! Props to the ref for opening the car so he could step inside and stand up. So he could stand up and see what's going on the roof. Ha ha ha! Dude, so much they could have done, man. So many options and directions they could have went, but they left it all on the table. Hey, you know what? I'll say that wrench shot to the leg that broke the window, that was well done from everyone involved. The camera cut away just as soon as you saw him swing it. So you didn't actually see him make contact with Chuck's leg. You just saw Saw him swing for Chuck's leg, smash the window, and I don't even think he made contact with Chuck's leg at all. Just hit the window, camera cuts away, and you hear the sound of the shattering. Dude, I thought that elite part at least was done well. Dude, these Wendy's commercials are funny as shit. That ain't the worst idea in the world, Canada Spaceman. Not. At least your dishwasher will smell nice. Or sink, whichever method you use for washing your dishes. That's pretty cool, that Brett. Mark. Let's get giggity. Yeah, we got another 40. Looks like another 44 minutes of Rampage to go. It's Kyle O'Reilly, my man. Dude, you have not experienced cardio unless you've been like in a training session led by Kyle O'Reilly. Fuck, dude. I'll tell you this much. There were times when I was at training and Kyle O'Reilly was leading the training. He would have us do triple fives and then right after go right into the four corners drill. He said the reasoning behind it was he wanted to get you trained on still being able to work while you're blown up. Dude, And now that I think about it, I owe a lot of how I pattern my training and conditioning and wrestling off of what I learned from Kyle O'Reilly. Like he was on another level. And the dude has asthma. He has asthma. Like I remember him in like at training sessions, he'd pull his inhaler out of his bag and take hits off and use it and then get right back in the ring and start going, and he'd be going better than anybody. Dude, Kyle O'Reilly, if he wasn't a wrestler, he would make a fortune as a personal trainer. Dude, he's that good. He's that good. Exactly. He said, F that asthma. Dude, that's something I was lucky enough to experience. That was back when Kyle O'Reilly was under he was Davey Richards' like one of his guys that he was bringing up. Deonna Purrazzo finally getting her flowers in AEW. I hope at least. But honestly, who knows what's happening with her husband Steve Maclin, and he might be. Man, I want to say Steve Maclin would be a smart enough man to be like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna let my wife work in AEW, work that money market, make all the money. And I'm looking at that roster, and I know there's really no place for me over there. So I'm gonna stay here in TNA, have fun, and make my money here. And we're just going to be a cool couple. Hey, Tony Schiavone, don't forget when she was the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, she was also the Not TNA Knockouts Champion. She was the champ. Show some fucking respect, Tony. I am very glad you came to terms with that. Yeah, at least this match makes sense. Because they kind of become rivals in their pursuit of Tony Storm. So it makes sense they'd have a match with each other. This has been a decent match. Like, Now, outside of like, there have been a few decent matches tonight. I'll give them the credit for that. Yeah, Deonna Purrazzo and Steve Macklin are husband and wife. Europe, yeah, that is some that's gonna be one badass kid, regardless of male, female, whatever. BK, have it your way. Scott Steiner gif. Okay, that's I now when you say that, the first thing that comes to my mind, Canada Spaceman, is you've changed up your diet to a much better one and you've been working out more. So that's turned into muscle and you've gained muscle and lost fat. That's what that tells me. Yeah, for real. right? Because muscle is actually more dense than fat is. So that sounds like to me, if you're feeling better and you're skinnier at 270 than you were at 250, that sounds to me like you lost 40 pounds of fat and gained 20 pounds of muscle in 2 months. And dude, if you did that, that is impressive and props to you. Again, that's just from my experience in the business and trying to, manage my weight and body mass when I was wrestling. Like when I hear those numbers, that's where my mind first goes to. Yeah, for real, Lab Rat. We don't need every match going over 10 minutes. And in fact, in my opinion, for TV, the only match that should go 10 minutes or more is the main event. Everything else should be 5 to 7. Some even 2 to 5. Some even 3 to 5. And then the rest of the show, like you should have about 5 to 7 matches for every show. Your main event and maybe one other, big match. The other wants to go over 10 minutes. You have a couple that are 5 to 7. You have a couple that are you have a few that are, 3 to 5. Rest of the show is character, angle, and story development. Dude, people have no idea just how much walking like does for you. Like if you're walking everywhere, man, and especially like at a fast pace, like what that does for you, like people that can't even think about it. They don't. It's just because they're so used to easy travel. Like I think me being a delivery driver where I do a lot of walking, I think that's helped me out immensely with like, not becoming too, bloated. Yeah, the post match stuff on here was great. Like it felt like it was kind of real. Here's my opinion. Double or Nothing is when MJF should come back. He fucks over Roderick Strong, so Will Ospreay wins the title. And that sets him up running through Undisputed Kingdom until he gets his hands on Adam Cole. Keep your neck strong. Man, somebody posted like a screenshot from the episode of the Brady Bunch where Carol Brady accidentally backed into somebody while she was pulling out of the parking, or she's pulling out of her parking spot, and the dude like wore a neck brace and course like, and he tried to like milk it and say like, oh, she caused all this to me so he could get as much money as he could possible. And then during the middle of the trial, Mike Brady throws his briefcase on the floor, and the dude who's in his neck brace immediately like his head snaps towards it. And then the judge is like, and that like lets the judge know, okay, you're obviously lying. Your neck isn't hurt. You're full of shit. And somebody posted that like with a neon pic. Dude, it might. Now I'm gonna look this up. Give me just 1 second. Oh yeah, it definitely had to be him. Because it says I'm looking at his Wikipedia page right now. His name's Jackie Coogan. It said he appeared twice on the Brady Bunch. The episodes were titled "The Fender Benders" and "Double Parked." So that would fall right in line with that storyline. Oh, Lab Rat, that's so hot. Oh yeah. Don't drop the soap in the locker room. When it comes to like who is the face of the company and the main guy, it needs to be Swerve Strickland. He's over. Swerve Strickland is over. He needs to be the company's hood ornament, as Vince would say. Yeah, honestly, he's definitely overstayed his welcome in my opinion, AEW. If he went back to WWE, he'd be more fresh, in my opinion. I think he could. I think that if he had the green light to do so, I think he could. Like, I think part of me feels like Swerve is kind of holding a bit of himself back because he's afraid of going too far and offending people, which I think, like, if Tony Khan said, "Nah, man, go balls to the wall, do your thing. I got your back." I think he would do it. I think he could do it. Supposedly, except Jennifer Peppermint Patty. Ram Jam. If Randy the Ram somehow managed to get a big money contract with the number 2 promotion, because the promoter is a mark, and it's like, oh, Randy the Ram, yeah, how much do you want? This much? Okay. Like, how much different would the storyline of the wrestler be if it was released in 2024 instead of 2008 or 2009? Ciabatta bread! Turkey sandwich. Oh. Much love to you, Canada Spaceman. We will continue to carry this torch. We got 19 minutes left before we are off the air. But Bearcats are in the house. We outside. Shout out to AJ Francis. Daniel Garcia. Dude, for this community, I am very thankful. It is for this community why I do these streams. Just for more opportunities for us to hang out and really just chill and hang out and have wrestling as the backdrop for it. And I blessing to do so. So it's whoop whoop, balls to the wall. Let's do it. Oh, I hope this match doesn't go the rest of the show. We got 17 minutes left. I hope this is not the rest of the show. I'll give these guys credit. This has been for AEW, this has been a bit of a slower paced tag match. I'll give them their credit for it. I mean, so far my main complaint is they could slow down what they're doing just a little bit more, but again, at least they understand, like, okay, let what we're doing sink in before we move on, and the crowd register it before we move on to the next thing. Yeah, unfortunately, he did not. Like, if you're getting DDT'd on the outside like that, that is a build to a 9 count, like, and then you slide back into the ring just before the ref counts 10 and you barely save yourself, and then the heel gets right back on offense. That's what that spot is supposed to be. They didn't do that. Oh shit, I forgot I did not realize this is a tag match. Shit. I'm more fucked up than I thought. I support neither. I think both are detrimental for the progress of America and humanity as a whole. I think America should go more the Austrian economics libertarian route, such as what Argentina has done. Like Javier Milei, he's been in office close to 6 months. 6 months. He has already turned he's already made things. They've gone from red to black in 6 months. I'm not going to argue with those results. Ludwig von Mises, Frederick Hayek, Murray Rothbard. Start there. And for some context on Ludwig von Mises' background, he was a Jew who escaped Europe right before its occupation of Nazi Germany. So just to let you know where a lot of his beliefs came from. He knows fascism when he sees it. Let's just put it that way. And in fact, it was that same Ludwig von Mises that, man, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but it was that UFC fighter, like, gave a shout out to after his victory at UFC 300. Out tonight. Like, this is probably our final commercial break. At least it's a picture in picture. All right, we're back with the show. Yeah, this match. Yeah, we're close. We're going home with this match. Unless they got something planned for like unless they got something big planned to close out the show. I don't know. Man, it's just the human condition, man. It's the human condition. Dude, I think Shane Taylor would do very well in the WWE. I think he would. Yeah, that was. But again, why is this like random throwaway tag match or main event instead of continuing to build to the spectacle of the parking lot brawl where there's actually emotional stakes and investment in it with this tag team or with this faction? In my opinion, I think this tag team match should have opened Rampage. And then you close with a parking lot brawl, while continuing to build to it throughout Rampage. Don't get it. I mean, I will say, like, tonight's like overall programming is one of the better jobs they've done for a bit, in my opinion. Even if it wasn't great, it was still better than what they usually do. An improvement. And got to applaud them for it. A broken freaking neck. You know, I'll give them credit. That was kind of a creative spot where it's like you have one guy on one team locking one guy in a submission, and then the opposing guy on the other team locking like the other, like basically, yeah, like okay, one person on one team has the other person locked in the submission, the other person on the other team has the other person locked in the submission. So it's kind of like inverse, like that. That's kind of creative. I like that. Again, while this was not a bad match, I liked this match, but this is more of a house show match, not a TV match, and certainly not a TV main event match. In my opinion. All right, and they're running down what's going on on the upcoming shows. Yes. Much love to you guys. Thank you all for hanging out. Hope you had a great night just chilling with us. HMG fam, Bearcats for life. Whoop, whoop. Have a great Saturday night. Have a great rest of your weekend. And we'll see you on Monday for the Impact Attack. Giggity, giggity. Much love to ya. Get whoop, whoop.